Hi, welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. So all of us that are royal watchers know that when Harry lost his case last week, he demanded to know the name of the person who took his royal protection away from him. So something a little fishy about that. Want to know, why does he want to know? If Meghan's behind it, and is there a darker meaning behind it? So we're going to look at the cards in just a second. We'll be right back. Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabella, tarot practitioner for over 35 years. In this video, we're going to look at a little bit of conspiracy stuff, not all conspiracy stuff, but a little bit. So again, those of you who are royal watchers, you know that Harry lost his case for the additional security, or the restoration of his security, I should say. He's getting a bespoke process that will be applied to his protection. I think I said that wrong. Let's say so. Bespoke attention to the security and the protection that he needs when he does go to England. So I have questions. Let's take a look. I'm going to make these cards a little bit bigger for you guys. I hope you're having a great day. As always, thank you for being here. If you are one of my regulars, if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. I do hope that you will consider subscribing. We have a lot of fun over here. We do lives. We're having a book club this week that's going to be on Zoom. So there's all kinds of fun stuff happening. So let's see. Why did Harry demand to know the name of the person that removed his security? He demanded to know the name. That is the Hierophant. I wasn't sure if it was the Hierophant. Oh my goodness. So here we have the Hierophant in reverse, which is basically going against the grain. We are absolutely going against the grain, going against the norm, what the royal family would do. There have been revelations at this point that it was described in a communication in 2020 when they decided to leave the royal family, how this would affect their security. So it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't like the rug was pulled out from under them. They weren't just, all of a sudden they have no one around them. So it's going against the grain. It's going against the wishes of the people that are there. But at the same time, we have the Four of Cups card here. And I always call that like the wishing in one hand. You can sit there and you can manifest, or you can sit there and wish in one hand and ish in the other. And you're going to find out what happens with that. So this is really trying to wish that into existence. We have the Pentacle, the Ace of Pentacle in reverse. This, I have said in my other readings, that they have inflated the need for security because they will eventually dial that back if they get funding for it. So it's almost like a justification of continued funding. They'll fudge the books later on. All of that money that they're requesting for security is not going to go for security. This will make them very content and happy at home, even if it's by not so great means, because we have that Seven of Swords in reverse. And up here, it is the Devil, which is adhering to really bad ideas and concepts and, riding it until the wheels fall off. If anyone has ever ridden it till the wheels fall off, it is Harry. So he is riding this until the wheels fall off. Under the surface, he is trying to look back at ways that he can correct that path to get what he wants, which is that Page of Cups. He wants to get happy. He wants to get money with that Page of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords, he doesn't care who he has to cut to make that happen. So that is alarming. It's definitely showing a shady manner in which he is trying to obtain security. It is for not voiced needs. I do think that they need just the money. Is Megan pulling the strings? Is she the Svengali behind it? Is she the puppet master? Do we have a puppet master? Is Megan pulling the strings on this one? And we got a fallout card, but I'm not taking that one. Let's see. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry about that, guys. Five of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. The Four of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. And the Six of Pentacles. The Magician. That is a little bit creepy that we're seeing that. So the Magician, the outward energy, is trying to restore the previous energy. So I think that there is some regret on her part for giving up everything that she had previously with the royal family. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Maybe this wasn't, quite the prison that she thought she was in, Rapunzel. So over here, we're going to go back to the beginning. This Five of Cups in reverse. She is disappointed, but she is recovering from that disappointment. And what she's doing is creating a super imbalance. The Seven of Wands is all about creating balance, working cooperatively, still battling for position. She's going underground. So the disappointment, she is going to do this, I believe, by energetic means, which means that there is some manifestation going on here. The suggestion with the Magician here, we absolutely see that also with this Four of Swords in reverse. Not resting, not recovering, not letting anybody catch their breath. She's going to go full bore for them. The Three of Wands, she's going to bring in some energies. And the Six of Pentacles, again, this is bringing in some energies. It's going to help. So if there is someone, shaman or otherwise, that is going to help them energetically, this is happening. So I do think that they're trying to push things energetically. That being said, are they appealing to darker forces? Is Harry specifically engaging with darker forces at this point? And that was your sloppy shuffle of the week. It was quite good. My hands are cold. My Raynaud's is acting up. Look, there's my Raynaud's. You can see that, guys. My hands are freezing. So it's extended to my feet now. If you don't know what Raynaud's syndrome is, please look it up. When your capillaries don't expand and let the blood flow get into them. I have no idea what I need to do to fix that. My doctor identified it. No medications have been requested at this point. So, is Harry getting involved in some dark stuff? Dark energetic stuff. Right here. The Six of Swords, he is not being rescued. The Knight of Swords, invocation, Wheel of Fortune, trying to make things happen poorly to execute more money. And the Nine of Swords, he's trying to relieve his anxiety about, I'm just going to pull one more card for this. He's trying to relieve his anxiety about not being able to produce anything exciting in terms of creativity. So easy enough. That Fool card is dumb, dumb, dumb. We're going to get one more clarifier up here. So instead of doing a hard day's work, there is a lot of manifestation that is going on here. And again, this is the Phantasm Tarot. I love this deck. It's a really cute deck, but it's very different from your traditional Rider-Waite deck. There's similarities, but it's a little bit different. This Six of Swords, when we get the Six of Swords, we are going from rough waters to smooth waters. When we have it in reverse, we are kind of soaking in our misery. We're kind of circling the drain. I hate to say circling the drain, but we are circling the drain. And this Wheel of Fortune also suggests circling of the drain. In between the circlings of the drain, we are mouthing off with this Knight of Swords and with this Knight of Pentacles, trying to gain more money by negative means. So the Nine of Swords, we are trying to alleviate our anxiety and our concerns about our life by padding our accounts with money. Here with this 10 of Wands, the anxiety that he has, he's just unable to really produce anything creatively. He's just not very likable. The 8 of Wands here is speed, communication. That's something he is trying to get some attention from the royal family. And I think his energetic push to them, his manifestation, is really to get them to open up those lines of communication with responses that are more in tune with his end goal. So, I don't think he's trying to do anything specifically negative to them, but he is trying to manifest more conversation with them. I don't think the conversation with King Charles went very well when he was there. He just really did blow him off very quickly. I have to say, blow him off. I don't think that there's a lot of conversation going on. I thought prior to his mad dash back to England, that the communication was shut down and he was really communicating with voicemails and things like that. And yeah, they were taking a few days to get the emails back to him. How is this going to work out for him? Because if Harry is playing around with some of the darker stuff that's out there, and I know none of you know about that because you all vibe high. If he is working with some of these darker energies, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? The Knight of Swords. The sword will turn on him. 5 of Cups in the upright. 7 of Wands. 4 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. Oh dear. So, and 7 of Swords down here. So if he continues, this is actually the King of Swords in reverse. If he continues, the wages that he will need to pay will be, no one's going to believe anything that he says anymore. So if he continues to push for this energetically, this conversation, they already don't believe what he says. So if he continues to push for this energetically and tries to manifest better conversations with King Charles, Prince William, etc., anon, they're just not going to believe him. It's going to be a very abrupt kind of language that they'll have for him. We don't believe you. You are full of ish. I think they're going to flat out say that to him. There's a level of politeness that has evaporated at this point. So his manifestation is not creating a better conduit for communication, but a more clarified conduit of conversation, which is really terrible. He will continue to defend his place. He will be very disappointed about the response and defend his place. And then will retreat to a place where he does have to rest and recover. And the dark forces that he may be appealing to, because he's not doing this high-mindedly, are going to come for their repayment. They're going to come for their repayment. So at the top of all of this, I think his wife benefits the most out of this situation. I think she is the one who is going to benefit from whatever pushing he is doing for money, security, etc., whatever nonsense they're talking about. I think the debt is his. And, this is a situation she's making the bullets and letting him fire them. So I think the debt is his. So in the words of the Shadow Man and the Princess and the Frog, are you ready? So yeah, I think he is gonna have to make some repayment for that. What about Megan? Is she going to get away scot-free on this one? That snide comment she made. Well, he's your brother. Three of Wands. The World. Her relationship with those negative forces is coming to an end. The Emperor. They are going to take all that Svengali power away from her. There's our Queen of Pentacles and that Ace of Cups. She's going to be promised to someone. Those of you that have read the book The Stand, there was Nadine. There's a character in there, Nadine, who was a virgin, and she hooked up with Larry, who was the musician in New York, and they made their way to halfway across the country to I think it was Nebraska, where Mother What's Her Face was. I haven't watched or read that in a long time. So Nadine's character was promised to Randall Flagg, and it's almost like she is promised to this darker entity, this darker terrestrial entity. So I think she's going to wind up there thinking that that's going to be fantastic or crantastic. It is not. It is going to create some serious anxiety. There's anxiety now to get to that end zone so that she can live the life she thinks she deserves, but there's going to be some anxiety about it. So I hate to revel in anyone's mistakes or when they do something foolish, but this is foolish. It is very foolish to tinker with those kinds of energies. It's one of the things that I do talk to my students about in detail, about making sure that you bring all of the purity of the universe down to you and that you do your readings with the highest regard. Before we go, I'm actually going to bring that back up. Let's see if there's anything they can do to get themselves out of this. Bonus for you guys. Is there anything Harry can do to get himself out of this fix? Oof. The only way he can get himself out of this is if he works with the people that he hates. So a phone call to Tom Bauer could yield some very interesting results. But what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to reveal all of the ways that he was led down the road. This potentially could have a bad effect because people could say he's a grown man. He can't just lay this all at the feet of being led astray by a hellcat. But he really does need to kind of lay out how he was led astray. And he needs to understand that some things, like the wine glass that breaks on the floor, cannot be put back together. This may give cause to what he did and may give reason to what he did, but it's never going to restore him. But I think it would be very interesting if he did split up with her, to reach out to Tom Bauer or Lady Colin Campbell or any of the royal writers and say, hey, I want to tell my side of this story. So that may be very interesting. That is the way that he can almost get out of this deal, or at least recuse himself from the deal. So if he does that, if he recuses himself from this arrangement, this dark arrangement, what then happens to the debt? He's not going to like it. Oh, dear. The debt will take something he loves. Unfortunately, the debt will have to be repaid. So any of the happiness that he has, or I shouldn't say someone, it will take something that he loves. So the nostalgia, that Six of Cups that we feel thinking about our home and our childhood and things that we've grown up with, that will change. He will never be able to restore this. Justice will be in reverse. He will not be able to return to that. That's a one-way door. It's locked up now. The Tower is the deal. This is the deal breaker. It's going to hit the Tower. It's going to create restoration of his person. So he may be able to be kept in a home, castle, facility of some sort. He may be able to be kept there, but it's not going to be in the manner that he wanted. He's not going to have people breezing in and saying hello. He's not going to have the cousins stopping by. Like, people aren't, he can't call someone and say, hey, do you want to go play billiards for an hour? It's just, he's going to be almost a social prisoner when he returns. He'll be safe from the greater populace. He'll be safe from anyone who is, looking to even the score, even the energetic beings. He's going to be safe from that because they do have things, talismans in place in the castles and the royal homes. But it's going to show up every now and then. So it's almost like he'll be sitting in a living room in, Frogmore Cottage. Let's just say Frogmore Cottage. They give it back to him. He'll be sitting in the living room and he'll see dark entity outside the window. It won't be able to get in, but it'll taunt him from outside. So it will have some kind of jarring effect on him. And I think that dark entity that will circle around whatever place he lives in, I think that is going to scare off any potential partners in the future. I think it's a little disturbing there. He'll be safe and secure, but there'll always be this threat right outside the window, and it'll seem to keep him in mind. Under the surface, he'll want to be happy. He'll at least be content being back in that house, back in a secure location. But is it going to be ideal? No, it is not going to be an ideal situation for him. So that is unfortunate. Unfortunate. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Typically don't do these dark conspiracy kind of readings, but I figured, why not this week? So I do hope to see you guys later. Don't forget, on Thursday, we are having a free Zoom meeting for anyone who wants to read Hands of Light. You don't have to finish the book by Thursday. We're just going to, have a few chapters, have some takeaways initially from the book, and then talk about how we're going to set up the pacing or the cadence of our little book club. So I don't know if it'll be every week. I don't know if it'll be every other week. Maybe it'll be once a month. I don't know. I've never done a book club before. So this is kind of cool, but I do have a link in my community page for the book and the Zoom links. You can just jump on in there. Again, it's free. It's no cost if you guys want to learn a little bit about healing with your hands. And as always, you can book a reading with me. If you do want to get some professional guidance, there's a link in the description below, or you can go to my website, fortunecookiestarot.com. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more of these crazy, deep, dark, energetic readings. More than happy to do it. So